Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different because we're going to be talking about makeup for oily skin and what I use to control my oil when I wear makeup. So if you're into that type of thing, go ahead and keep on watching. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about today is primer. Primer is very important when you have oily skin, because you don't want your foundation to seep into your pores and create pimples, and acne prone skin is very common for people that have oily skin, unfortunately. The first primer that we're going to be talking about today is this Professional Pore Primer from Benefit Cosmetics. It's honestly my favorite primer that I've tried. It literally hides your pores and makes them appear smaller, and it just kind of blurs the skin altogether. So it retails for $32, so I'm going to show you guys a drugstore alternative that's a little bit cheaper. So just in case you're balling on a budget, you can also get a good primer for your oily skin. So the next primer that I'm going to be recommending to you guys is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This has been on a rave lately. Honestly, a lot of people like it, and I understand why. It's such a good primer. It looks like this one, but it's the pink packaging one, but this is what it's gonna look like, and this retails for $8. So next is foundations. The foundation that I personally recommend to a lot of people that have oily skin is this Too Faced Born This Way oil-free foundation. It has medium to full coverage, and it is oil-free. The Too Faced foundation retails for $39 at Ulta, so it is a little bit pricier, but it honestly is worth the money. I think it's so good, and it doesn't break me out since it is oil-free, which is a very big plus in a foundation, because when you have oily skin, you know that a lot of foundations will break you out. The next foundation that we're going to be talking about from the drugstore that I recommend is this Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation, and it retails for $5.39. And since it is a matte and poreless foundation, it's really good for oily skin because it's gonna again make your pores seem like they're non-existent. Matte is just good for oily skin, so it absorbs all of the oil throughout the day. If you're on a budget and you're just like going to the store picking up a foundation for oily skin, I really recommend this one. I'm very aware that this is not my shade right now because I am a little bit more tan than this shade, but it's okay. The next product that we're going to be talking about is concealer. So for high end, I use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Sand, and it retails for $27. The drugstore alternative that I recommend is this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and it retails for $5.99. They both have very good coverage. The reason that I recommend getting the Tarte Shape Tape over the drugstore and spending a little bit more money is because it is drying, so like it will be better for people with oily skin, but it also has like twice the amount of coverage that the Maybelline Fit Me does. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to be talking about is actually setting sprays for oily skin. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup off camera and then come back for the setting sprays. Okay, we're back. So the setting spray that I'm going to be talking about for high end is actually the MAC Prep and Prime. I use it as a setting spray. I feel like it really melts all your products to your face, which is what you want when you have oily skin. When you have oily skin, this is kind of like what your face will be looking like when you put all of your matte and powders and everything onto your face. It kind of can seem a little bit too matte for your face, even though you have oily skin, which is why you need a setting spray that'll melt everything together so you can like look good throughout the day and not have a powdery like cake face. Setting sprays are also important for people with oily skin, specifically just because you want your makeup to last all day. If you don't use a setting spray and you have oily skin, your oil will tend to seep through your makeup and it just will not look good. But I know for me personally, I get a lot of oil like on my forehead, like on my T-zone pretty much. So that is why you want to use a setting spray when you have oily skin. This one retails for $28. Another setting spray that I will recommend to you guys that's a little bit on the cheaper side is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. Honestly, I tried that setting spray and it is so good. Like, it's pretty much a dupe for this one. I say that it's a dupe for this one because it really melts the makeup into your face just like this one. The sprayer on the Milani one, I will admit, is a little bit more harsh than this one, and people already say that this one is a little bit harsh. So if you're really particular about your sprayers, I would just get this one. But I don't have the Milani one to show you guys. Unfortunately, I finished it like a week ago, and I did end up throwing it away. I'm going to be covering my lashes because I literally just got them done. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys gained a little bit of tips and tricks on how to handle oily skin with wearing makeup. And go ahead and leave a comment down below of what other videos you guys would like to see. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!